My dear friends in Poland at the summer camp, first of all, I really want to apologize. I'm not there with you. I really would love to, and Eva, of course, knows it very well. But yeah, there are some things I have to do at home, and so hopefully next year I can join you. But Eva asked me to give some explanation on the city of Ghent, how we as Greens were able to transform the city. And so I'm very happy to now give this short video talk. Yeah, what I will tell is a combination of my experience as a politician, but also as being active in civil society, and also from the research side, university, working on transition system change. And yeah, if I would have to summarize it in a nutshell, I think there are 5 things essential if you want to prepare for a successful transition of a system in your society, in your city, whether it's mobility, food, or energy. And the first thing is really have a vision for the future. If you can't imagine a different future, you will not be able to motivate people for it. Also, you won't be able to realize it. So bring people together as much as possible in a participatory way to design a future for, let's say, how will the mobility system look like in 20 years in an ideal situation. But that is not the only thing about imagining a better future, because in a way it's of course easy to say, yeah, you know what, within 20 years we will have a car-free center, we will have enormous space for bikers and pedestrians. And therefore, what I think was very useful in this exercise we did in Ghent for the future of the mobility system was not only to develop a kind of future vision for the next 20 years, but also to develop what was called iconic projects. What kind of projects already have to be in place within 5-7 years that will show that we are on our way to realize this new vision? I think these iconic projects were really important. One of them is called Living Streets. It was developed in Ghent. It's now applied worldwide. And for instance, The Guardian wrote a very nice article about it. It's about people inviting to come together and decide that in 1 or 2 months during summer, there will be no car traffic and the streets will be transformed in living places where people can work together, eat together, have a drink, children can play, and so on. So I think first out of the 5 crucial things is develop a bold vision. Then secondly, of course, sticking to the word bold, you need bold politicians. Politicians that don't accept the status quo and go for a real radical change and are willing to fight for it. But of course, if they stand alone, they will not succeed. And therefore, you also need a lively civil society. And I think one of the success factors in Ghent is that Green politicians always have been in very good contact and actually being part of civil society. Of course, when you're in the city government, it's a different role. Then there are sometimes conflicts, tensions, but that's okay. But always stay in a very fruitful dialogue with civil society and respect criticism, accept criticism. People on the street always will have another perspective than people in the city hall, and this is very, very important to recognize. Then, after bold politicians, the third factor is civil society, as I said, and then the fourth factor is civil servants from the administration that has been given a room for maneuver, that are quite autonomous, that don't just have to obey what has been decided by the politicians, because they then are a kind of interface between what has been decided in politics and what's going on in society. And it's the best way also to motivate them strongly if they really have autonomy to take own initiatives. And then fifth and last crucial factor is watch where citizens are already doing the things which are in your future vision. It's called in science prefigurative practices. For instance, people are already sharing cars in the street, small scale. This is fantastic. Go and talk with them and ask them what the city government can do to upscale it or have it in different spaces, places with the same scale, because the solutions is not always upscaling, sometimes it's also outscaling. Like plants of strawberries, they don't become bigger and bigger, you just develop new plants all over the place. So in a nutshell, 5 factors. We applied it for food, developed a food vision for the future, and there I think one of the extra important things was the institution of a food council, where people from different fields being active in sustainable food, but also representatives of normal supermarkets came together with civil servants, with politicians, to find common ground and also to see what should be done the coming years. Also there, I think very important is that a lot of people in schools, parents and teachers, were very demanding for much more healthy food. So also this was an important factor for success. Turning to mobility, I think probably this is a field where Ghent is the most known. We were able to really shift the mobility system from a car-dominated system to what you could call now a bike-dominated system. I think there the crucial point is that next to a very good preparation, trying really with the computer model to see what are the effects of really changing the way cars can drive in your city, is that you don't sell it as a kind of technical solution for traffic jams. You don't sell it just for this will improve environmental quality, how important this is, especially air quality, but tell a narrative about we will make the city better. This will be a much more lively place. The quality of life will really increase, and that indeed happened. For me, the most striking change is that now we have a rather silent city where you can speak with each other in the streets. There are not all the time cars making noise. Because there are less cars, there has been more place for greenery, little parks where you can sit together. And so this kind of transforming the city into a convivial place, I think this is also the core task for the green movement, green politics. Conviviality, how to create a place where we can live together in a good way, at our own speed and tempo, and where we can really be autonomous, which means collectively deciding how we see the future and how you can design and realize it. And with this message, I want to leave you. I really want to wish you convivial days and a lot of strength when you go home in your village, in your city, to work on this better society, more quality of life, and more conviviality. I wish you all the best.